Ted Cruz from the great state of Texas eviscerates Christopher Wray.
Is the FBI, do they make a routine practice of allowing partisan political optics to prevent investigating serious evidence of corruption?
My instructions to our people on this and on every other investigation are that we are to follow the facts wherever they lead, no matter who likes it, no matter what political influence
then why did you get the
there.
GPS data on where Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were?
Again, Senator, with respect, I can't discuss
but it's
an
not
ongoing
with respect.
investigation.
And Director Wray, you and I have gone round and round on this because I understand anytime you're asked about this, the answer is it's an ongoing investigation. Of course, the investigation isn't ongoing. You're not doing the work. You got whistleblowers pointing out that you're not doing the work, and you are hiding behind the skirts of the Attorney General. Look, the whistleblower also testified that the Attorney General, when he came before Congress, go to the next chart, came before Congress, lied under oath to this committee. The Attorney General testified to this committee in response to my questioning. I have pledged not to interfere with the Hunter Biden investigation, and I have carried through on that pledge. The IRS whistleblowers have alleged the Attorney General lied under oath, a felony. Was the Attorney General telling the truth when he said this? Do we have the chart? We don't have the chart. Was the Attorney General telling the truth when he said, I have pledged not to interfere with the Hunter Biden investigation, and I have carried through on my pledge?
Again, I can't speak to the Attorney General's testimony. I can only tell you what my instructions have been to our people, and I expect those to be followed.
Has there been political interference in the investigation into Hunter Biden and Joe Biden?
Not that I have experienced.
Were the investigators allowed to investigate whether Joe Biden was complicit in the corruption?
Again, there is an ongoing investigation.
I'm asking you about corruption from DOJ. Were they allowed to investigate Joe Biden, or is the whistleblower telling the truth that DOJ said Joe Biden's off limits, no questions about the big guy?
And as to what is in scope or not in scope of the ongoing investigation, I would refer you to Special Counsel Weiss. That is not me hiding behind anything, Senator. That is a longstanding policy that has been in place through multiple administrations,
you have a
going back years and years and years.
You have a responsibility to the FBI not to allow it to be a partisan tool and a partisan weapon. The testimony, and by the way, the FBI has done nothing.
And I have not, and I will not.
Have you opened an investigation into whether the Attorney General lied under oath to Congress and whether the Attorney General obstructed justice?
I'm not going to go down that road here.
I know you're not. That's the point. Nobody thinks you've opened an investigation because you're not willing to.
You know, this clip really reminds me of the treatment that you get if your last name is Biden and if you're a Trump. Okay, it's so patently unfair what has happened to Donald Trump. 4 different states, criminal charges. Meanwhile, Hunter Biden was basically a foreign agent and not registered as a foreign agent. Okay, we have IRS whistleblowers coming forward, and they are not Republicans, saying the IRS basically was told, stand down on Hunter Biden's tax stuff. Stand down. Let's let these statute of limitations expire. Let's not make a big deal out of it. Let's get him a great plea deal. If this were one of Donald J. Trump's children, how do you think they would be treated? It's really, when you hear two-tier justice system, that's what we have in this country. Let's face it. That is exactly what we have in America right now. You prosecute your political enemies and you run cover for Hunter Biden. And let me say this about Hunter Biden. He just testified the other day, blah, 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 finally admitted what 10% for the big guy means. Hello, we knew that 100 years ago. You know, it's really hard to watch because average Americans, if we don't pay our taxes, we go straight to jail. There is no grace for us. We don't have the last name Biden. And when they went, our federal government, we had the FBI, DOJ, 3 little organizations, went to Facebook, Meta, and said, hey, this laptop, I wouldn't publish it because it's Russian disinformation. We all knew that this was a freaking lie. And it could have changed the outcome of the 2020 election. But those people within our own federal government, once again, ran cover for Hunter Biden. Wonder who brought the cocaine to the White House.